Welcome to Your Passion, Purpose, and Personal Brand. I'm your host, Lisa McGuire. And after 200 episodes and hundreds of conversations to get there, one thing is clear. Your voice is one of the most powerful tools you have to bring humanity back to business and to life. And today we're celebrating episode 200. This is a milestone moment to pause, to reflect, and to explore what passion has to teach us about purpose. We'll also address how podcasting can help you share your message with clarity and confidence. 200 episodes. It can take my breath away when I say that number out loud. But when I started this podcast, I thought I was creating a show. But what I was really building was a classroom for my own evolution. Every guest has been a teacher, every story a mirror. And every conversation has brought me closer to understanding the connection between passion, purpose, and presence. So today, I want to share what I've learned, not just about hosting, but about using your voice, stepping past nerves and imposter syndrome, and discovering what you were meant to be known for. When people ask why I started a podcast, my answer is simple. I wanted to give passion a microphone. Passion is the spark. It's what makes you come alive. But purpose is what gives that spark direction. Podcasting has been the bridge between the two for me. It's how people get to know my heart, not just my resume. It's how curiosity became my business strategy. And here's a question I'd love for you to consider. If you had to speak for 15 to 20 minutes without any preparation, what could you talk about? That question reveals a lot. What topic could you explore endlessly because it flows through you, not from a script, but from your DNA, from your experience, your conviction, and your truth? And maybe a deeper version of that question is, what do you want to be known for? Write down what comes to mind. Those are the roots of your purpose. So a few lessons from 200 conversations. Podcasting has taught me more about listening than speaking. The best conversations aren't rehearsed, they're real. And some of my most memorable episodes were the ones I didn't overplan. I didn't know the next question. I just followed curiosity. And that's the beauty of podcasting. It trains you to trust yourself in the moment, to let go of the need to sound perfect and instead focus on being present. Because presence builds trust, and trust builds connection. And connection is the foundation of every thriving business and every authentic brand. Let's talk about something that every guest and every host faces: nerves. It's that little flutter before you hit record, that voice that says, "Who am I to share this?" That's not fear, it's energy. It's your body telling you this matters. Imposter syndrome shows up because podcasting is evergreen. You're recording something that will outlive the moment. And that's a beautiful kind of pressure. But here's what I've learned. You don't overcome nerves. You transmute them. And when you shift from trying to perform to wanting to serve, everything changes. That flutter in your chest, it isn't a warning. It's a reminder that your message matters. And when it comes to nerves, it means that you care. They mean that you're alive to your purpose. So I think this is a good place to speak to how to be a great podcast guest. I get people asking me that often. If you've ever wanted to be a podcast guest, you're preparing for your next interview, here's a few things that I wish every guest knew. So before the call, do research on the show and the audience. What value can you provide to them? Make it easy for the host. Send your bio, headshot, a few sample questions. What could you talk about that would matter to the audience? Now let's go on to the tech. First, restart your computer, close your browser tabs, and minimize noise. And yes, I even turn off the ventilation fan in my office here, and the dogs get quarantined. Use headphones or an external mic if you have one. And have a glass of water or even a mint by in case you get a tickle in your throat. As far as the time for the call, be early. It communicates enthusiasm and professionalism. And before you agree to be on the show, listen to a few episodes to get the feel for the host's rhythm. Next comes the recording. Ask the host how long the conversation usually runs so you can sustain your energy. And if it's video, smile and look into the camera instead of the picture of the host on your monitor. Bring your energy. Believe it or not, podcast mics can hear your smile. And remember, it's a conversation, not a performance. After the show, share the episode, tag the host, go back and leave a review on the show. It's a simple gesture that leaves a lasting impression because the best guests don't just show up for the recording. They show up for the relationship. And above all, relax and have fun. You're not there to impress. You're there to connect. And for those who think they're ready to share their voice, if this conversation is stirring something in you, maybe you're thinking about starting a podcast or becoming a speaker or simply using your voice more intentionally. You don't have to have it all figured out. You just need clarity on where you want to go. And that's one thing I'm passionate about. And one of the reasons why I created something called the Clarity Path Compass. It's a one-on-one expansion where I act as your guide to help you discover your purpose, your unique value, and the few topics you truly want to be known for. It's the foundation for building a business, a message, or a brand that aligns with who you are, not who the world says you should be. I also have an upcoming free workshop invitation, and if you'd like to experience what it feels like to work in alignment, not hustle, I'd love for you to join me for my upcoming free workshop. It's a masterclass. You're not meant to follow the formula. Discover why alignment, not hustle, is your most powerful business strategy. Here's what you'll learn. You'll learn your energy type and what it says about you, how you best connect, create, and communicate, how to tell if you're working in alignment or pushing in ways that drain you, and why increasing your self-awareness boosts confidence and visibility. You'll also learn how to stop comparing yourself to others and start owning your own personal path to success. It's free, it's interactive, it's one of the best ways to discover how to grow by being more of yourself. All of the links to what I've talked about can be found in the show notes, including how to connect with me. So 200 episodes later, here's what I know for sure. Passion is what lights the match, but it's purpose that keeps it burning. Your voice matters, not when it's perfect, but when it's true. So whether you're speaking to a global audience or just one person who needs to hear your story, remember your voice carries power when it comes from presence. And as we wrap up, I'd like to thank you for listening. Thank you for growing with me, and thank you for being part of this journey, 200 episodes and counting. If today's episode inspired you, please consider sharing it with someone who's ready to find their own voice. And if you're watching on YouTube, please hit that subscribe button below. You can connect with me, check out how you can work with me by using the links in the show notes. And as always, thank you for being part of this community that believes business and life work better when we bring humanity back to both. And a little preview. You don't want to miss next week, which is the kickoff to season 5 of the podcast. And it will be something very, very different. So until next time, keep living with passion. It will reveal your purpose and you're activated with your unmistakable voice. Thank you for being with me and thank you for being part of this journey.